Hello children, welcome to biology class. We are discussing the lesson The Living World. Today we will discuss the topic taxonomic categories. Okay, so in this branch of science taxonomy, we know that classification is very important. So to classify a particular organism, we should aware about the hierarchy of classification. What do you mean by hierarchy? The orderly arrangements. Okay. So you just imagine, suppose you find a new species. How can we include that new species in a particular group or particular taxon? For that, we should aware about the taxonomic categories. Okay. So today we will discuss in detail about taxonomic categories. Today's topic, taxonomic categories. We discussed about taxonomic categories in class 9. Do you remember it, children? So while the process of classification, you have to study about taxonomic categories. It is very important. Okay. So today we can discuss in detail about taxonomic categories. We know that classification of organisms is not a single step process, isn't it? It involves hierarchy of steps. A lot of steps are there, in which each step represents a rank or category. So the diagram is there in our textbook. Okay, this diagram represents the taxonomic categories that showing the hierarchical arrangement, the orderly arrangements in ascending order. Okay, since the category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called the taxonomic category, and all categories together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy, the arrangements. How is that? Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum or division, kingdom. Why the name phylum or division? We use the term phylum to denote animals, division for plants. Clear? Each category referred to as unit of classification. In fact, it represents a rank and is commonly termed as taxon. And last class we explained the term taxa. You remember that? And each individual category is termed as taxon, the singular form, taxon. Clear? So, the taxonomic categories and hierarchy can be illustrated by an example. I will show you one example. You are familiar with insects, isn't it? What is their speciality? Yes, they are a group of organisms. They sharing a common feature like 3 pairs of jointed legs, isn't it? That's why we call those organisms as insects, isn't it? It means insects are recognizable concrete objects which can be classified and thus were given a rank or category. Is it clear now? So, the taxonomic studies of all non-organisms have led to the development of common categories such as kingdom, phylum or division. Why or division? For representing plants, we use the term division, and for animal, phylum. Okay. Then class, order, family, genus and species. Okay. Don't forget to study this taxon in order. That order is very important. Okay. Now we can discuss in detail about each and every taxon. Okay. So the same diagram is there in textbook. This is taxonomic categories showing hierarchical arrangement in ascending order. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum or division, kingdom. Children, you repeat with me. And one more thing, you take a notebook and while I am explaining, you have to write lecture note. Okay? Being in standard 11, we can't give each and every questions like lower classes. Okay? So while I am explaining, you have to write lecture notes. Okay? So what is the taxonomic categories? in the hierarchical order? Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum or division, kingdom. Clear? Now we can discuss each and every taxon. First one is species. What do you mean by species? Taxonomic studies consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities, isn't it? In the case of human being, we are sapiens, right? Homo sapiens. Sapiens is our species. Millions years ago, different categories of organisms were lived, like Homo neanderthalensis, Homo erectus. But now, the world is ruled by sapiens. Okay, so our species is sapiens. So one should be able to distinguish one species from the other closely related species based on the morphological differences. And interbreeding is possible in between species. So, I will give you some examples. Mangifera indica, Indian mango, isn't it? Next, Solanum tuberosum, potato. Then Panthero leo, lion. So, can you find out the species from the scientific name? Can you? Yes, indica is a species name. Tuberosum is a species. Leo is a species. Within mango, a lot different types of mangoes are there, right? But Indian species is indica. So I will show you another same one. All the three names, indica, tuberosum and leo, represent species, while the first words, mangifera for mangoes, solanum, panthera are generic name. Species concept is clear? Each genus may have one or more or than species, isn't it? Representing different organisms but having morphological similarities. Clear? The concept of species is clear. What is the next category? Yes, genus. Genus comprises a group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to species of other genera. Let's discuss one example. You just consider the example of potato and brinjal. These two are of different species, isn't it? But both of them belongs to the genus Solanum. Same condition. Lion, leopard and tiger. Both three are from different species. But observe at genus Panthera. If lion, it is Panthera leo. In the case of leopard, it is Panthera pardus. And tiger is Panthera tigris. Clear? With several common features are all species of the genus Panthera. The concept of genus is clear. Next one, family. Family has a group of related genera. The organisms with same characters in the genus constitute a family with still less number of similarities compared to genus and species. We can explain the same example. In the case of first genera Solanum, then Petunia, then Datura. These three are from the family Solanaceae. And just now we explained the genus Panthera, comprising lion, tiger, leopard. They put along with the genus Felis, the cat category. So, both Panthera and Felis included in the family Felidae. Clear? The concept is clear? Then, order. Order being a higher category is the assemblage of families. Okay, assemblage of genus is family, assemblage of family is order, which exhibit a few similar characters. Clear? The animal order Carnivora, carnivores, include the families like Felidae and Canidae. Clear? Next one, class. What will be the taxon class? Yeah, it includes related orders. For example, order Primata comprising monkey, gorilla, gibbon placed in class Mammalia. We also, Homo sapiens, we are also including in the class Mammalia, isn't it? With order Carnivora including animals like tiger, cat, dog. So imagine We, monkey, gorilla, gibbon, everyone, cat, dog are included in the class Mammalia. We are mammals, right? Next taxon is phylum. Classes comprising animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds along with mammals constitute a phylum. That means we are chordata with notocode. Children, do you remember in class 9 we discussed about diversity in living organism? Do you remember that lesson? In that lesson, we discussed about non-chordata and chordata. Do you remember? Non-chordata means organism without notocode. The paramecium, then different organisms like insects, starfish, and helminthes, they all come under non-chordata, and we, that means mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds are included in chordata. So that is phylum. And for plants also, instead of phylum, we use the term division. Okay? Then the last one is kingdom. We are in which kingdom, children? Yes, kingdom Animalia. All animals included in kingdom Animalia. All plants included in Plantae. Then 3 more kingdoms are there. Which are they? Yes, kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, right? So, do you remember we take as 5 kingdom classification? Yeah, which are they? Kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Do you remember it, children? So, here in simple sentence, we can explain the 7 taxonomic categories. What are species? A group of organisms that breed with another and produce fertile offsprings. It is the production of fertile offspring. Offspring means the next generation children. Okay? That means the process of reproduction is possible between organisms, but if the reproduction is between these organisms from same species, they can only produce fertile offspring. Fertile offspring means from that generation they can also produce next generation, like that. You just imagine the case of mule. Do you heard about mule? Mule is a combination between donkey and horse. If donkey and horse interbreed each other and they can produce, the reproduction is possible. They can produce mule, but from mule next generation is not possible. Why? Because the horse and donkey are not from the same species. Clear? So, species are those organisms that can breed with one another and produce fertile offspring. Clear, children? Then, genus, a group of closely related species. Family, a group of closely related genus. Order, it's a broad taxonomic category composed of similar families. What is class? Composed of similar order. What is phylum? Several different classes that share important character. And what is kingdom? It is a large taxonomic group consisting of closely related phyla. Very simple, right? The same diagram is there in our textbook. So we can discuss each one. First one, man. What is our biological name? Yeah, Homo sapiens. So, sapiens is our species. Homo is our genus. Family, Hominidae. Order, yeah, we are primates. And class, we are mammals. Then, what is our phylum? Yeah, we are from chordata because we are having notocode, right? Then, see housefly. Its name is Musca domestica. Musca is genus, domestica species. Muscidae is a family. Diptera is the order. Insecta is class. Arthropoda. Remember arthropoda? We studied about arthropoda in class 9. Then, mango, Indian mango. Mangifera indica. Indica is a species. Mangifera genus. Anacardiaceae family. Sapnidales order. Dicotyledons, they are dicot plants, isn't it? Then angiospermae. Angiosperm means flowering plants. Then wheat. Triticum aestivum. Triticum is a genus. Aestivum is a species. Poaceae family. Poales. Order. Vitis monocot, isn't it? That's why class is Monocotyledone. And also it is angiosperm because it is flowering plant. See, the same one is given in another diagram of Homo sapiens. Okay, so study well, children. So hope you understood the taxonomic categories. You don't forget to study it in order. Okay, you repeat with me: species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Okay, children, study well. Write down the lecture note and I add notes in the notes session and answer the test question. Okay, we can meet in next class. In next class, we can discuss about 3 domains of life. Rather than the 5 kingdom classification, now lot of updations are there. We can discuss about the new updations. All the time, being science students, we should update our knowledge. Okay, next class we will conclude this lesson. This very small lesson. I hope you understood each and every topic. If any doubts are there, ask me. Okay, children, we can meet in next class.